Here we go. We got a long process ahead of us. Well, it turns out ceramic coating is dead because there's a new kit on the block and it's called Graphene. We're gonna be graphene coating the Trail Boss today, guys. I'm super excited. But before we get into that, good morning and welcome back to my little piece of paradise that I call the Lonestar Hawaiian Garage. And it is a beautiful Aloha Friday morning. It's actually pretty early on a Friday. And the reason being, we're gonna get started on this video early on a Friday because I, in fact, have a full day of work ahead of me. Yes, we are still in a work from home environment in this beautiful pandemic. And I have my makeshift standing desk out of a countertop from Home Depot, spare wood from the backyard, and a rolling toolbox. I love my standing desk. But anyways, with the Trail Boss, guys, we bought this back in April. It is now September, and I've yet to put a protective coat on it. Reason being, I've been wanting to do a full paint correction on this before I put that protective coat on top of it because there is some minor imperfections in the paint. Even being a brand new truck, you will still have some light swirls, some scratches that I do want to polish out before I put anything over the top of it. And the good news is the graphene coating that we are putting on this truck today is rated for 7 years. Yes, 7 years. We're gonna take our time with this one. It's gonna take some time. This truck is absolutely massive, so I don't look forward to paint correction and polishing this thing up, but we're gonna go and get started. Guys, let's pull the truck out of the garage, get it washed up, get it clean, get all the dirt completely off of it. We'll get it pulled back in the garage, let it dry all day while I do my actual job, and we'll be back tonight to start the polishing process. It's gonna be a process. Let's get going. All right, we're about wrapped up for today on the workload. It's time to start working on the truck. It's pretty much ready to go, but one thing we are going to do before we get into the truck is clean the workspace we're working in. This is actually pretty important in the fact that there is dirt and dust in the garage, and if we get a gust of wind or get the fan going and you get dirt on the paint and then you polish over the top of it, actually what that polisher does is pick up the dirt and it scratches your paint. So what we're gonna do actually is pull both trucks out into the driveway quick. I'm gonna clean up the inside of the garage, get it swept up. I'm actually gonna mop as well. I don't expect that to be a normal thing. I just keep my garage, probably actually keep my garage cleaner than I keep my house, which is kind of silly and stupid, but we're gonna do it anyways. All right, you guys, the truck is in the garage. We parked a little sideways because I had an idea that this would be a lot easier to work on. Parked this way because you can work around the entire truck in the garage. So this is actually really cool. I might do this more often. If you did miss the last video, what we just did actually was black out these emblems here. We tied it in to the matte satin finish here on the plastics with the gloss black. So as you can see there, those look absolutely menacing. We did all the badges in the back, on the sides, and actually even this chrome lip here around the front bow tie. It is now what I would call a midnight edition Trail Boss. It looks pretty dang good. But we are on with the next step in our process, which is paint correction. Fortunately, it is a brand new truck, so it's not very bad, but it has a lot of swirl marks. What we're gonna try to do is correct that before we get into the graphene coatings. What we're going to be using is the Adams Polishes foam compound pad. What I have is an orbital polisher, I have my compound pad, and I have my white polishing pad. First thing I'm gonna do is take my Adams Polishes compound, put dabs all around the pad, and then basically work from one end of the truck all the way around to the other. This is probably the most painstaking and time-consuming process. This is a lot of work, but it's totally necessary. When it comes to coatings like this, the most important part is the preparation. If you go and throw a coat over imperfect paint, you just sealed in scratches and swirls. I'll link all this stuff in the description below if you do want to check out Adams Polishes or the orbital polisher that I use. But what's gonna happen right now, you guys are gonna go to a time lapse because I have a lot of work to do. We're gonna clay bar the entire car. I don't look forward to that, but we gotta do it. We'll then move to our compound and then our polish. So without further ado, here's the music. Here we go. All right, now that we're finished with the clay bar, we're gonna go ahead and grab our compound pad. It's a 5.5-inch pad from Adams Polishes. These pads are really good. It's like by far the best pads I've ever used. I've used different ones previously, and they start to deteriorate about halfway through the vehicle. Brand new pad for the 2020. I'm gonna go ahead and slap that on my Torque X orbital polisher. Got this about 5 years ago, and it still works great. Here we go. We got a long process ahead of us. Well guys, I'm completely exhausted now, but the compound polish is done. The paint correction is pretty much done. We still have to go over the second polish, but the major, I guess, workload is all in that initial compound. Cutting through that top level of clear coat just to get rid of all those swirls and scratches that are in that paint. It takes forever, but man, the results are totally worth it. Look how shiny that paint is. And again, we haven't got the polish yet, so what we're gonna do now is grab that white pad and our white compound, which is the Adams Polishes polish compound. So we just finished with the cutting. It's time to go over that top layer and polish it. We have the white pad here. It's quite a bit softer than the compound pad. We can move a bit quicker because we're not necessarily cutting too far into it. We're just going over top, get a nice polish, and make sure the paint is absolutely perfect before we put the graphene on top of everything. But geez, look at this thing, guys. By the way, this is Kitty, guys, if you didn't know. You wanna get the buffer? Start working? Nope. All right, guys, we're about ready. It's about time. It's actually midnight again. Yes, if you see me changing shirts and whatnot, that's why we're jumping from time to time. Well, we have the final step. Is Adams Polishes Graphene Ceramic Coating Kit. I'm so excited to try this out. I have used their ceramic coating over multiple vehicles of mine. I am very happy with the quality of Adams Polishes products. This is not sponsored. This is just me being happy with it. What we have included in the kit, obviously, the Graphene Ceramic Coating, 60 milliliters, which is gonna cover the entire truck here. And I anticipate to have quite a bit left over as well. You also have the surface prep in addition to the ceramic boost. We have 2 microfiber application pads, which we'll be using to apply the graphene. You get obviously the white glove treatment, got the spray tops. You also get 2 soft plush towels in addition to the microfiber towels. And lastly, you do have the instruction guide here. So this is everything that comes in that graphene ceramic coating kit. You get everything you need to apply it. Now the preparation portion, I did get separately. I did get this a little while back, got the compound and the polish with the multiple pads. And then also the ceramic coating, this is the original one I used both on the Charger and my truck. And even those 2 vehicles, I actually still have some left over. Something interesting to notice, since this is graphene, meaning graphite, we have graphite in here. You can see the color difference, that's clear. That's not so clear. It's actually almost like a black color. So I'm really interested to see how this applies because this is rated to have some amazing, not only hydrophobic properties, but the amount of gloss you get with this coating actually puts the old traditional ceramic coat to shame. So ceramic coating is dead. Actually, it's not really dead because it's just that next evolution, that next step in technology. I'm certain in a few years, this will become old news and something else will come out. For this moment in time, this is one of the best protections for your paint anywhere. And not only paint, that's what's really cool about this graphene coating. It actually coats plastic, trim, wheels, glass. We're gonna be coating the entire truck in this graphene. Not only is it gonna be more durable and give it better hydrophobic properties than the traditional ceramic, it's gonna last up to 7 years. Yes, it actually has a rating of lasting more than 7 years. That means in 2027, if the world has not burned down by then, I will still have a good protective coating on this paint. It's amazing to think about. Now in graphene, the actual science behind it, without geeking too much chemistry-wise, the graphene coating is a 2D layer of atoms that are shaped in a honeycomb form. And what that really means is it's an amazing, thin, but durable protective coating. Basically, it's a single sheet of atoms, also known as graphite. It's gonna beat off water. It's gonna keep dirt from clinging to your paint. And most importantly, you're gonna get protection above all. The graphite coating will resist chemical resistance of pH of 2 to 3, all the way up to nearly, I believe, 13. So any water, tree sap, bird droppings, bug guts that are baking in the sun all day will not etch your paint. And that's actually a pretty big problem with a lot of cars with the clear coat. Really, above all, graphene coating is the new kid on the block, is the most durable at-home application setting that you can put on your vehicle. Full graphene kit, full ceramic coating coming up. You guys are going right back to a time lapse. I apologize. This takes forever, so we got to speed you guys up. We're going to be here all night. Well, I'm going to be here all night around this.
Dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall, there's a higher road you're taking. Let go of everything that you know and be wild in the mystery. I've been in the darkness for 40 days. I've been searching for holy flames, a sign to light up the way.
All right, guys, we are making progress. I'm getting kind of tired. It's 2:49 a.m. We're still going, guys. It is halfway through the roof. I can't really speak right now. Wow. So we've done the roof, the side of the bed, both doors on the driver's side, the fender here. We did this enormous, complex front end. That was a pain in the butt to do. And we got about halfway through the hood. But I wanted to pause real quick because I didn't touch on this. Is these Adam Polishes ceramic coats have a UV technology in it. So basically, what it allows you to do is go back over with a UV light, which is this right here, a UV flashlight. And as you can see, you see that blue hue. So that's showing me the area that is covered with ceramics. So this is ceramic bonded to the paint. But what's cool is when you get over to the area that has not been done yet, there you have it. Now this is something that seems minor, but is incredibly handy, especially with a massive truck like this where you can't really do a full panel with one swipe. You really have to go section by section, and to be honest, it's really hard to see exactly where you left off. So instead of either overlapping massive panels or missing gaps, this really allows me to go back over and just check one more time where I ended. So I'll start my next line right here up the middle. The entire truck is coated. I'm a little bit tired, but the truck is entirely coated from the wheels to the plastic mud flaps to the top to the bottom, mirrors, front bumper, headlamps, tail lamps, bumper, front windshield, glass on the side. Literally everything is coated in our graphene ceramic coat. I'm really excited by the finish of it because it's extremely smooth and it looks absolutely glossy, but I don't know if it's me because it's 4:30 in the morning. It looks brown. I don't know if it's me, but the tint I'm seeing right now is kind of a brownish tint. I'm hoping it's actually, I'm just really tired and the lighting in the garage. But we will see in the morning, only time will tell. We're gonna let this cure. Oh, I think it's gonna look fantastic. I'm just hoping this brown tint thing goes away. See you in the morning. And welcome back once again. We're about 24 hours now, which means we're about to check out for a spin. This thing looks phenomenal. I know I mentioned before I closed up last night, there seems to be somewhat of a brown tint. And I still think that lies true, but my wife came out and said I was absolutely crazy by saying that because it's just black, as she noted. And I, in fact, might be going crazy. So it does look phenomenal. The actual feel of the paint is so incredibly soft. Let's finally get this thing out of the garage because I'm exhausted with this project. I have now put 16 hours into this, but the good news is it's got a 7-year rating. It's gonna last for 7 years. So you invest all the time up front. Take your first spin, guys. Let's go.
Dream big, 'cause boy, you're gonna make it. Stand tall, there's a higher road you're taking. Let go of everything that you know and be wild in the mystery.
Oh my gosh. This is a Black Mirror. Like, I thought the Charger was pretty well done when I did it, but wow. And this is actually the first time I'm seeing the black badging out in the sunlight as well. That is so shiny. Look at this.
Shiny.
I think I was going a little bit crazy when I mentioned it was kind of a brownish tint. It's black. I'm crazy, guys. I apologize. Look at this thing. That is such a glossy shine. I've never seen a truck like this so glossy. Like, this is literally a mirror. You can see the sweat on my forehead. Well, guys, it's been a week. Welcome back an entire week later, and it's been raining all week long. So majority of the days driving in rain, but look at this thing. It is still nearly spotless. We have obviously some watermarks and whatever down here just from the road grime, but from top to about here, it's still spotless. I'll show you right now before we close this thing out. My favorite part about having a ceramic coat on a vehicle, it's washing it. It is so simple. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been closer to Jesus before. So can you help me out? Oh, can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my own? Or can you help me out? Can you help me out? I've been scared to look in my soul. I've been afraid I would follow the road. Yeah, afraid of the things I've been told. So can you help me out? Oh, yeah. Can you help me out? Am I on my own? Am I on my
Ooh, doggy, look at this thing shine. This is the glossiest truck I have ever seen. As soon as I coated it, we went out to eat for dinner with my family. My dad actually put my son in the back seat, and he went to close the door, and immediately mentioned, holy crap, this is really soft. The feeling of the paint, you don't typically say, oh my goodness, my truck is so soft. This is incredibly soft because of the coating that's on top of it. Not only that, this is literally the glossiest thing I have ever seen on the road. This looks 10 times better than it did coming from the factory because we have polished out all those traditional swirl marks you get with call it a new car. And on top of that, we put the ceramic coat on top, which literally gives it the glossiest gloss that I have ever seen. I'm gonna say glossy a lot because this is all I'm seeing right now and all I'm really digesting. This is amazing. The graphene coat from Adams Polishes is tremendous. Now, I did say earlier that ceramic coating is dead, and that's not technically the case because technically speaking, this graphene coating is a ceramic coat. It's just infused with graphene, which gives it more longevity, more durability, more resistance to any etching, board dropping, bug guts, all that fun stuff you see here in Texas, especially in the summertime. But on top of all that, it actually dissipates heat pretty well as well. So it's going to protect the paint for much longer. It has a life rating of 7 years. 7 years from now. Think of it. 2027, if the world hasn't burned up and exploded by then, by the way it's going right now, 2027, we might do another one. We'll see. Look at that. It's just like shining me in the eye because everything is coating, not just the paint, but the windows, the back window, the windshield, the mirrors, the wheels, the plastics, the roof, the sunroof, the tailgate, the plastics on the back. Literally everything is coating in graphene ceramics. When it comes to the wheels, typically to do the wheels correctly, you need to pull them off, actually do the inside barrel, and coat it as well to protect it all. But these wheels are not going to stay on the truck forever, so this is going to do for now. Just getting the outside to ease in the washing process. Now, one fair word of warning, when you are doing things like this, take your time and do it right. Unfortunately, I did miss just a very few spots, given I was working in the middle of the night. I was tired, I was delirious. I did miss a few spots. And if you do miss a spot, this is what you'll see. It's kind of hard to come up in the camera, but you see a little bit of a dark area right here. What that basically is the ceramic, the graphene coat went on, and I didn't buff it off all the way. I buffed off this area perfectly. I just missed this little spot here. And what happens is it shows up when you do finish, and there's nothing I can do about it. I can take probably a polisher and buff it out, but if I do that, I'll remove the ceramic coat and have to do it all over again. So the graphene coat, make sure you take your time, do it right, do one section at a time, one panel at a time. Be sure to get it buffed all the way off once you apply it and it cures, because if you do miss it, you get little spots like that. But fortunately, I did take my time on the majority of this truck, and it actually looks 99.9% perfect. Other than that, that little spot over there, still trying to find another spot for you guys, but it doesn't look like I have one. We didn't do too badly this time. So take your time. I want to thank you for joining in for today's video and all the support on the channel of this crazy Lonestar Hawaiian garage. This is truly a dream of mine, I'm gonna call it messing around with these cars, installing different products, modifications. If you did enjoy this video, if you liked the product that we just saw in today's video, be sure to smash that like button below. It helps the channel out immensely. Let me know in the comments, what do you want to see next on the Trail Boss? We have an immense amount of modifications that I do want to do on this truck. It's just basically one thing at a time. I do work and live a normal life, so I apologize. I cannot be uploading every single day because I do in fact work 50 to 60 hours a week. I got a family, so on the weekends, I truly get down and try to get you guys a modification, a video, and an update on the Lonestar Hawaiian garage.